So we talked a lot about casting kind of changes throughout the process. What do you think is like? What are some of your favorite like castings throughout like all movies?
Wow, all movies is crazy.
Okay, let's say.
Do you want to give me an example of like one of yours?
Okay, yeah. One of my favorite castings, Denzel Malcolm X. I feel like that's like the role he was born to play. He should have won the Oscar for it, but he kind of that's a whole thing. I've talked about this on a previous episode where like sometimes like you kind of get screwed over with the Oscars, like because Al Pacino won that year because he had never won before. Yeah, he should have won for The Godfather Part 2.
Yeah, it's always one of those things. It's like this one should have done this, and you know it like messes things up. Like Leo should have won for whatever, but instead he won for The Revenant.
Which you know I get it. Like it's a great performance, but he should have won for Wolf of Wall Street. But that was during the McConaissance.
Oh yes, it was. It was.
I really hope I'm not the only one who calls it that.
I don't think you are.
Okay.
Because I understand the reference.
Okay. All right.
But I will say that going off of that, I think Denzel's son, I can't remember his
John
first.
David
Washington in Black Klansman as Ron Stallworth. I love Spike Lee. I think his films are very influential for me. But I think that film as a whole could not have been done with a different lead. You know, and there's plenty of talented black actors who can be a frontman for something like that, but he had some sort of like charm and charisma that like was so endearing in that role, you know, like he made you feel relatable to the whole situation and the gravity and the stakes in that situation, but I can't see it with anyone else, truth be told.
Yeah, he's a really good actor, and if I remember correctly, he was also a football player at one point.
Yes, it's very similar to like Ryan Coogler's story that they started in the sports arena and then transitioned into film. I know that John David's first role was like in his 30s, I believe. Like that was his very first one of his first time acting, you know. Wow. I love that. I love a good middle and second act in life.
And he doesn't feel like a Nepo baby.
No, and I'm sure with a dad like Denzel, he probably made you work for it his whole life, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite casting for sure.
Another great one, in my opinion, is Jack Nicholson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yes. I think everyone who was in that film like did a really good job.
Yeah, the woman who played Nurse Ratched.
Yes. Can't think of her name, but
I think it's like something Fletcher.
But Back to the Future, Christopher Lloyd. He's in that film.
Danny
DeVito. Plenty of people who are just awesome, you know. But definitely Jack Nicholson, he's another one of those broad spectrum of characters in his lifetime. But that's one that is held to very high regards.
There's this great, going back to Robin Williams and Jack Nicholson, I'm so upset that we never got a film with the two of them together. I think like that would have been great. It
would have been a great dynamic for sure.
There's a video of Jack Nicholson, I think it's at the SAG Awards or maybe the Golden Globes.
Yes, I know exactly.
Where Robin Williams is he's giving a speech because Jack Nicholson's like way too high.
Like,
he's like, I never usually get this baked, but
he's like, I'm gonna pass it over.
Can you come here and say something for me? And then he does like a Jack Nicholson impression. He's like, hopefully Shaq kicks his ass tonight, and it's so funny.
Hopefully, if I ever get to that level of fame, I'll have my own Robin Williams to assist me.
Yeah.